Good morning, traders. Let's see what we have moving this morning. I've been watching it. I haven't seen much of anything. Nothing impressive anyway. So if you're new here, we'll be watching this volume spike column for anything that moves. If it moves up, it's going to be green, and these percentages will increase. I'm also testing this alert. It'll go off every now and then. No explanation needed yet. We have the momentum indicator here that's looking back 30 minutes for anything that's moving. If it's moving a little bit, it's going to get a small number. The more it moves, the color changes and the number rises, and it works its way to the top. So we're going to focus up in here, but if you want to catch them down low, we want to catch the smaller numbers. This is the HMA indicator. It changes from magenta to green when the stock's starting to go up, or from green to magenta when it's going down. This is our volume label. We don't use bars here. I like to keep track of the current bar's volume and the previous bar's volume. We like to make sure that the volume's high enough for us to get in and out safely. This is also a volume indicator. It's called Dominator Master. I don't know why the label's not showing up on it this morning. There should be a label right here. I'll figure it out later. But these are volume bars, so the more the volume, the taller the bar will get. If it's going up, it'll be red, green. If it's going down, it'll be red. This is also a volume indicator. We watch the very end of these two lines. That right now, it's currently selling more than they're buying, so we'll keep an eye on this one as well. Thank you for joining me this morning as we wait for a stock to pop up. We have about 3 minutes to go. Make sure your chart's on EXT. Enjoy your coffee as we wait, and good morning to everybody on Discord and YouTube. Yeah, I saw Para earlier, kind of disappeared. Of course, there's always a few of them like that. Just before our market opens, and then they drop before our market opens. That's the normal, I guess. Teaser before ours opens, drop it when it opens. I do not bull over bears. I haven't made that video because when it's working properly, I'm trading. And when I'm not trading, it's not working properly to do a video. So that's kind of in a sweet spot to try to figure out how to do that video. Same thing with level 2. If it's working properly, I better be in the trade, right? I'll get it figured out someday. Waiting for movement. I'm watching MINM starting to move, starting to rise. Watching this volume bar right here, not enough volume for me to be interested in getting in yet. Need to have good volume flow, but some of you may want to chase it, but that's on you. I'm not interested in losing yesterday's profit. Got to stay ahead of the game. Volume slowed down a little. Sellers are more than the buyers. There's the label pop back in for me. So currently at 85%. Now this is only the volume for the last 20 bars, okay? This is not total volume. So don't get confused that these numbers don't match these numbers up here or vice versa. Or these numbers over here on this side. They're not going to match because it's only the last 20 bars. And that's how I get a more accurate buyers and sellers, is not trying to base it off of the entire total volume. SINT flying. Cheaper stock, 41 cents. Let's see where it goes. Jumping up. This is what I like to see, but I would like to see it in the $5 range, not the 41 cents. But it is going up. That's how accurate these indicators are. It let us know the moment it started moving. It's only been a couple of pennies since it launched. And my NM is also moving up. This one's got more money behind it. Let's see if we can get a pullback on this stock. If you don't know what a pullback is, I'll be marking a resistance level when the price stops climbing. I will wait on a pullback and mark the bottom of the red candle. And around this support area is where we usually try to take our trade. Looks like the buyers are coming back in, not ready for a pullback yet. Watching these bars down here, these are volume bars. As long as they're green and tall, the buyers are coming in. You got to watch for the red on these bars. That's profit takers or sellers. Most of the time they're profit takers because of the run up. Watching the volume right here, it's not really a big volume flow. There's just kind of trickling in, buying it. It seems to be increasing, but I'm looking at the length of these bars, and they are getting shorter. We could be getting a pullback right here, but it's not looking like one. More like consolidating. And that's a good sign, really. Up for another dime right there. Volume is increasing. We are up to 82,000 shares now. That was the last candle, 82,576. Maybe a pullback here. This may be a stock you just have to buy the run up. It's not wanting to pull back. The buyers are keeping it up. So keep an eye on the lower candle wick for them to drive it back up. There's a pullback. Okay, that's what I want to see. We need this candle to close for the bounce back up. Candle did close. Let's see where we go from here. Maybe we go higher, maybe we don't. Let's see. Come on, buyers. I see a green bar. Maybe we'll get up there, maybe we won't. Well, we got a bounce, but it never made it back up. I did scalp it for a quick $50, but I didn't trust it. It couldn't break through, so I got out. But 50 is 50. Here's my 50 right there. That's the stock we're on. Got a bad fill and a bad exit as well. Yeah, I think mine took 3 times to get 1,000 shares. 3 different bells. That's crazy. And 2 to get out. That means the volume was too low. We got to be more cautious of that. That's what causes that. Not enough buyers and sellers in there. So we need to be a little bit more picky. You need to make sure that pullback, when you see it happening, don't wait on me. When you see the pullback happening, you need to plan your entry as low as you can. You already know the buyers are there waiting on that little pullback because there's many people do this same play. You may not get everything you want, but the chances of it going up are pretty high. So if you see that pullback setting up, it's up to you to plan your entry. If you're late on that entry, you're going to lose money. Don't wait on me. Sometimes I'm late, but I don't click the button. Good job, Gordon. Good job, Joe. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm marking out support and resistance. I don't want you click following me for your trade. I want you to learn where that support level is going to be. And I want you to make the entry based on your visualization of what's happening. You got to remember, I'm also 3 or 5 seconds delayed. So when you see me click that button, if you're watching and trading with me on YouTube, you're already 3 seconds behind, maybe 5. You need to visually see it on your machine to not lose money. Don't click trade me or it doesn't work. Good job, Peter. That one's pulling down. I don't think that's going to be a pullback. Let me go through the list here. Check them all. That one's expensive. What do we have here? TRIB. What does it look like in the past? Is there no past? Let's go back a year and a day. And it does have a past. All right, let's go back to 1 minute. I don't know about this one. Has good volume. Let's see what we got here. Not much money in it, maybe a dime if it pulls back into here. I think y'all can watch this one. I'm going to pass on it. I don't like these kind of stocks that pretty much do nothing and then all of a sudden they appear with these big, thick candles. TRIB. Trinity Biotech. Good job, David. You must have caught that one before I did. AMD moving up. I know you don't see it on your chart, but I've got multiple scans running. PGN, NEO, AMD, and RTC. Well, if I'm ahead of you, maybe you already know what happened before you trade. I know that's not right. Kind of like calling Australia and say who won yesterday's football game. All right, GHSI. Let's see if we can get some power here. We got a good one. It looks like a nice little swing. Let's see if we can get her rolling. I'm watching volume. It's kind of low right now because I caught it early. So we need to wait and see if buyers notice this stock moving up. This could be from 1050 to 12 if it starts moving. I think I'm going to add this one to my watch list just to see what happens later. If it doesn't move now, I want to know, where did it go? Just like that, I lost it. What happened to it? 41. GHSI, is that what it was? It jumped out from under my mouse and I clicked and away it went. All right, it's in my personal. That's one watt to watch. Thank you, Bull Over Bears. Yes, sir, it's at the 21 EMA. You are correct. Above it at that. I don't care if it's slow crawl as long as it goes up. I'm almost tempted just to get 100 shares and let it sit there. It is at a bottom, it looks like. Not enough to interest me at 168 shares, that last candle. TRIB still jumping around with a few pennies. NVIDIA on the move. RVSN trying to come up off a bottom. Nexi, I made some dollars off of that one yesterday. Got caught in the halt. I got out and it went up twice what I had made on it. But I never looked back. It was okay. I got mine. Thank you, Inspire Clarity. I'm watching it. I got it on my personal. I'm watching the spikes on it, if it takes off or not. Nexi, right after I mentioned it, makes a bump up. Looking very promising right here. Looks like the people are starting to buy a little bit at a time. Not good enough to get in yet. Could be a continuation play from yesterday. Let's take a bigger look at it. Let's go back on the daily and see what's happening. So it did spike up to 30 bucks, 28.69, and back down to $14. Maybe one to keep an eye on. Got to watch for halts on it, though. It halts often. Any XI into the watch list it goes. I think I need to get rid of a few of these, like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. All right. I'm waiting to see which one of these is going to take off. This one, I believe, is going to produce sooner or later. We just need volume to come in. There's not enough volume here. Nexi, same thing. Not enough volume, not enough buyer interest, but they are movers, so we'll keep an eye on them. Para, moving now. Need more volume. If you're new here, we want this current bar volume to really be flowing like ants on candy, is like I like to say. We want to see it continually rising, just really getting with it so we can slip in and slip out. If you don't wait on that, you're going to get partial fills, bad exits, bad entries, just like what just happened to me and a couple of others. $0.10 candle on para. Lucid was moving yesterday. Continuation play, maybe. It's only a few pennies. I'm not really interested in Lucid, so keep an eye on it if you are. NYCB. Not any volume on it. Maybe somebody buying the bounce off the bottom. Yeah, it's moving, but it don't have enough volume. Whenever the volume is pausing, how are you going to get out if there's nobody to buy what you're selling? Lucid making a big move. It popped up again. The SPY decided to take a dip down. ARA making a small move, not enough volume. Still watching GHSI in the background, no volume. AGFY making a big spike up from 74 to 79. I guess I can't call that one big. It's 4 pennies. AGFY, this was the play yesterday as well, I believe. So yesterday you saw me fine-tuning this alert. I'm going to put it up here beside the other one. And I'm going to sort by it. I'm going to do the same thing down here. And I called it alert pre-market because I'm taking this one in different directions. So this one, I got it very sensitive for pre-market. That's what the PM stands for. So that anything that moves in pre-market, I want to know first, and as soon as I can find it. So got this pretty much down to minimal movement. And I'm watching that alert on my other scans as well. That's how I'm finding all of these right when they start moving. I've got a lot more work to do this way, but also maybe a lot more profit. I did not change the magic scanner at all. So while I'm testing this alert thing, I'm testing it in different areas as well. Yeah, AMD was moving earlier. Nexi's here in the list. GHSI still kind of dormant, not doing anything. Nexi is kind of promising. Remember, it went up to $29, I believe I showed. It could return there. You never know. Kind of like grab 100 shares and sit on it. I don't know. Possibly. I know about the time I did that, it'd go down $3. And then I'd get out and it'd start over back up again. I'm not going to get into explaining all of that, Rich. I'm in the process of testing these two. Comparing it to others is not the time right now. I'm not even done with it. All right, let's see if we get a pullback right here on Nexi. See if this candle closes, or do they buy it up and drive it up even higher? It's low volume, so I don't know what to tell you to do here. I don't think I'm going to get in it yet. That did close. Let's see if we break below it or go back up. I can see partial fills, partial exits, low volume. Possibly no bounce, no volume. I mean, there is 79 cents between those lines. And there's about 75 cents of it. Too bad it doesn't have volume, though. And they're messing with the spread, so you probably wouldn't have got all of that. We'll wait till it gets moving. Yeah, it's not a good one yet. That would be called creating a trade instead of waiting on a trade. And those are always failures, in my opinion. Good job, Peach Hardy. I'm not that brave. But if you got 24, that's 24. That's better than no 24. Me too, YouTube. You got to wait for it to come to you. Don't go to it and try to create one. Good job, Super. You got in there early. Don't you wish you could have had 1,000 shares now? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I don't blame you. I would be in very light as well. I just didn't feel that brave this morning. They're both in TOS scans, and this one I custom coded down here. This one takes into consideration after hours trading yesterday. This one doesn't. Thank you for your donation, Peach Hardy. Greatly appreciate you. God bless. Good morning, Hennessy. Plug on the move. Already have support and resistance set on it from an earlier play. This is the one that really gets ridiculous during the day with volume. I just don't, I guess they're keeping it tied up for a reason. But you'll see 150,000 shares bought and sold on each side, 200,000, 80,000, and the stock moves pennies. It's really awful. Good morning, Stephen, Barry, and everyone just popping in. Thank you for joining us. So while we're slow, if you haven't joined my YouTube channel, you can do so at the link in the chat that I just placed. Watch the videos, comment on the videos, share the videos. Let YouTube know I'm doing a good job here. And I am Ricky Gaspard, and I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I've been coding for about 15 years. And I've coded these alerts, these volume spike indicators, these labels, these Momo indicators. I've coded everything you see on your screen. They don't come with ThinkorSwim. You have to join our Discord to get them. Never trade off of my screen on YouTube. It's often delayed. And I don't want you to lose money. So here's the link to my Discord. That's where you'll find all these scripts, labels, and indicators. If you don't know how to install them, head over to how-to videos and watch video number 8. It'll walk you through installing labels, scripts, and indicators. You'll find this set up, except for this indicator. I believe I still have the V4, which is a very good indicator. You'll find this one in TOS scripts, but in current setup, you will find the V4 and all of these other tools. So if you're new here, go to current setup, load all of the files in that one channel. You can always check this one out later, because the V4 is a very powerful indicator. It's excellent for trading pre-market. And I'll probably work on it today, try to get it changed out. If we're going to continue to stick here, then I'll go ahead and upgrade current setup. So over in Discord, we have about 3,600 investors. All of them are using some of these tools. Some of them have modified them. Some of them are using them along with their regular tools. But somehow they're applying them to their trading strategy. You can do the same. You can go with just these indicators or add them to your arsenal of tools. Also, while you're in Discord, visit our trading floor with Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks. And as they find the good ones, they post them. And you can check them out and see if they're worthy of your trade. We have the Options Trader channel with Bobby. He also holds a live stream like I do to take you a little bit deeper into options when he gets time. He also has a full-time job, so he holds them when he can. We also have Hennessy. He takes you from basic to advanced. When he has enough participants, he also holds a live stream. And I greatly appreciate all the participation we're getting here on this Discord. Thank you, everybody, for all of the help you're giving in. Nothing costs over here. It's all donations. If you would like to donate, you can click the $sign down there by the chat window. Then click Super Chat and name your price. I'm trying to keep everything for free. Leave it on donations only. That way, those who don't have the money or don't want to spend the money can still learn. We also have Patreon over on Discord. If you just want to do a monthly subscription, you can name your price over there, $5 to $30 a month. And I want to thank all the current Patreon subscribers for currently supporting me in my journey forward. Every little bit helps. Everything goes back into the company. Let's keep the ball rolling. And thank you for joining me this morning as we wait on the next stock pick. Thank you, Calvin Hen, for your support. God bless you. Let's see what we got going here. I got the blab in my mouth again, and I got behind. AMD still moving a little bit. It's doing the swing thing. Plug is still moving. The XLW, I think that was on alert yesterday. It should be down there where you type in the chat. Smiley face, plus sign, $sign. Yours may not be located where mine is, though. My Eagle Flies could be leftover data from previous days trading. It hasn't had any trading today, so it's kind of just stuck on the number. Just like all these stocks that aren't moving, but they have volume. Same thing. They haven't traded yet today. That's why we wait on them to move. That's why we're waiting on volume spikes. We want them to wake up. But they have to wake up with a lot of volume. I don't care if they're sleeping, as long as they wake up. Everything sleeps in pre-market till somebody notices it, or until news comes out. A lot of people don't like pre-market trading. A lot of them don't understand how to trade pre-market trading. I kind of love it. Plug bouncing up a little. I can assure you, plug won't have this low volume after a while. When the market opens, it's going to go nuts, and you won't get anything out of it other than a couple of pennies. So pre-market on plug is totally different than regular session. There is no AM or PM. You have to change TIF to EXT for extended hours, or today for regular hours. EXLW, cheaper stock. NYCB. RVSN. Not enough volume, but we're watching them. There is no float in ThinkorSwim. They call it shares. So if you, instead of typing in float, type in shares and add it to your watch list. But I can tell you right now, it's not accurate. It's close, but not accurate. I've seen it off a few thousand shares. About 2 minutes to the top of the hour. Maybe we'll get some news at 7 a.m. If we do, it should spike up here in one of these columns, especially if it's good news. So that's our next possibility, I believe. Hopefully we'll get that good news. Apple now on the charts. Well, on one of my charts. Microsoft on the move. UPST maybe. Apple. Currently, I'm watching only 5 this morning. Sometimes I watch 10 or 11, but I'm trying to narrow that down. I think it's became more of a habit than being useful. And like every now and then I have to clean house, get back to basics. Kind of like everyone on Discord, overwhelmed with all the indicators till they find the one they need and delete all the rest. I kind of think this one's going to pay off if we can just get some volume to come in. This could be the bill payer this morning. Good job, Dana. Starting to look interesting on GHSI. I kind of called this one out way down here, but no volume. Starting to build slowly. It's not much still. So it's a high risk play. But at least the spread is still low. They're not playing with it that much yet. It is moving. You're going to have to use your own judgment on this one. I know what can happen here. It can go good or it can go sour. When I say they, I'm talking about buyers and sellers. There's not enough of them yet. You can see it right here. So it's basically a teaser right now, but do we get teased and leave $1 on the table? That's going to be your decision. Or do you get in and lose $1 and you left it on the table? When there's not enough volume, there's no accurate call can be made. ENSC. We've played it before. It's already got the automatic lines. Already ran into resistance at 203. That's right, Calvin Hen. Let's see what we got going on. Still buyers on the table. I don't buy the top of anything, so and it's probably not my kind of trade, but you may want to play it. You already see the level set. We may set a new high or a higher high, or maybe we lose what we just brought up. Retesting 204. It looks like we're going to break down below it. Possible run up higher. There it goes. Good 20 cents right there on that candle. Or candle and a half. Still going. Thank you, Clash, for calling that one out. And Alfredo and Alan. And a tall wick on the top. That means they probably looked at themselves and said, what are we doing? It's only a $2 stock. And they take profit. Yeah, they've been kind of tempting us. We got two tempters, Nexi and GHSI this morning. Yeah, I know. There's a lot that might break out, but I can't follow all of them. I mean, I can follow them, but I can't display them on YouTube, all of them. All right, does it pull back or is it dead? Is it done? I don't like the tall wicks on the top. You know how that is. Maybe we'll pull back down to here and it'll just die, or maybe it'll bounce up. Pulling back now. Let's see if we can get a lower support level. About 20 cents if we can get it down this low. It did close. Let's see if we get the bounce back up. Or do we continue to sell off? Going down to the next support level, it looks like 204. More red candles down we get, the weaker and the less I have faith in buying it. Nice wick on the bottom of this candle, but not big enough. Maybe we bounce from here, maybe we don't. So remember I said entry is always at a support level. So you're going to make the call. I'm not buying this one. If you think that this is it, then you have to wait on confirmation, wait on another green candle to come in. We haven't seen that yet. I don't like it. We're on our third red candle pullback. That's kind of too many for me. But I have seen them take off. Looks like it's going to run. No promises there. Don't pull the trigger on my words. Big tall bar in volume. Dominator master on the volume. So this was our 7 o'clock play. So we did have one at 7. GHSI holding strong. We first noticed it right in this area. Like $1.50 ago. Yeah, they're about doing the same thing. They're probably going to be today's runners, I would say. MARK on a swing up. Yeah, I'm being quiet. I'm just watching the list, watching for possibilities. Sometimes I get into deep thinking. Got to really pay attention. If you don't, you lose focus and you lose money. I see Starbucks came up. Dana must have gave them $20. Now the stock's moving. Dana, sometimes I think they're listening to us and you mention a stock and it all of a sudden pops up on your screen. Maybe they'll buy this one. They're talking about it. Kind of like that commercial that comes on TV and you just got through talking about it with your wife. I know, Bob. It's real. They do that. Now you can walk into the grocery store and you get ads on your phone as you're walking in the door for that store. So you're tracked 24 hours a day. Oh, he's over here going in the HEB. Let's throw him some ads. Amen, my eagle flies. Let's clean it up. Alfredo, you can turn it off all you want. It's going to turn itself back on. It's like this laptop I'm on. I can turn it off when we're done here, come back up here a couple hours later, and somehow it's back on. It's possessed. I guarantee it's possessed. I just want a stock pick. That's what I want. Something that's moving, something that's going to pay me a little bit of money. SUGP. No volume, not worth playing. ENSC on the move. Will it go back up to 238? It looks like it's going for the run. Wished I would have caught it a little sooner, but I didn't. HMA is back green again. We do have some arrows at the bottom indicating that. Probably a retest of 219. Let's see if we can get down there to it. Good job, Skits Daniel. ENSC trying to retest that 238. It's working its way up there very slowly. It's getting weaker, though, the higher it gets. RVSN back on the chart. Pulling back. FNGD, penny movements. Boeing. 204. Boeing probably going to creep up most of the day, I would think. stack them. It all depends on if you want to short them. You can play these red ones if you want to short them as they're coming down. You monitor them the same way as I'm waiting for them to spike up. You're waiting for them to spike down. You can play this in either direction. It doesn't have to just be up. I don't think they're going to let you short in pre-market, though. They might, but I kind of doubt it. But maybe they will. All depends on the stock. ENSC did make it back up to the 238 that I spoke of earlier, but it's a slow crawl. Maybe we will break out to new highs here. Let's see. We need to break 238 and come back down and retest it. NVVE making some small moves. The LUG still up there on the board. DNA, not so good. GoRo, not so good. REVB not moving. XLW not moving. All right, it's pretty dead. I'm going to go grab me some water real quick. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, I am back. Yeah, I saw it pop up. I don't know if it's going though. Another one of those I didn't trade yesterday, but I'm trading in pre-market stocks. Kind of don't like these kind. To me, the big warning is the thick candles. Some of them can be good, some of them can be devastating. But you never know. It could give you $1 and you could get in and out before they notice you. Volume is quite low on this candle. I would not attempt it. AMD did pull back. Starbucks enjoying that $20 Dana gave them for a cup of coffee. CETX, EORO, Nexi, Mara pulling back. So the SPY has a big red candle, so everything seems to be following it now. We'll watch it. I'll probably stay out of it, but we'll watch it. Sometimes that may be for the better, Hennessy. Maybe you got protected. Well, we're not doing too bad this morning. We didn't get skunked anyway. We did get a couple of trades in. Some of you made a few dollars. Nothing fantastic, but we are watching. Morning's not over yet. There is a possibility. Don't like that one. Coming up on the 8 o'clock hour, it's going to slow down. I promise you it will. Mark is on the move. It kind of looks like my magic scan's not even working this morning. I haven't seen it change. Let me try a different one. It actually seems to be the same stocks. Oh, they're different. All right, I'll leave it. Don't fix what ain't broke. MARK. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. While we're getting different results. Let me check the scan. I know I didn't change anything, though. I have an average volume on mine of 5 million shares. I don't know. It's not important at the moment. And it's been working, so I'm going to leave it alone. Could just be Schwab. We might have got Schwabbed. The RBP. One big candle's not enough to get in it. It's already up there around $29. Our EVP pulled back. Jamie Lee, I don't use the bar format. I do down here, but only over the last 20 bars. So this is not total volume. This is volume over the last 20 bars. This is volume in the label format. I like monitoring the current candle, the previous candle. See if we have a volume increase from candle to candle. This is the pre-market volume. And over here, I have two labels that are counting the total volume. Are there more buyers or more sellers? And it'll let you know right here. I like breaking the volume down. I need to know what's going on within that volume, not just that it has volume. For me, mark just pops up when it's moving. I don't have any alerts or nothing on anything. I just watch my charts with these indicators. Stocks pop up all day long. Some of them, most of them are not good because the market's been dying around 9:30, 10 o'clock. These scans work. About 10 minutes to 8, waiting on something to pop up. If you hear me go silent, that means I'm searching, I'm watching, I'm monitoring everything that I have running, and that's 5 monitors total. So if I go quiet, that don't mean I'm not here. I want the next stock play just like you do. Currently nothing. Thank you, Lynn. Good job, Dana. See you later, Dana. Have a blessed day, brother. Seeing a bunch of red right now, not too much green. Okay, red is okay. It's getting down lower so I can buy in. Sonia, are you talking to me or somebody else? It's the regular candles. I don't do Heiken-Ashi. I don't like candles that start in the middle of the previous candle. I don't like trend candles. I'll watch for my own trend. That's the one I'm using, just right there, the regular candle. They want to try to call the trend for you. They want to stay in the same color until mathematical calculations tell it differently. Me, I already have indicators for that. I think Heiken-Ashi, that's for long buy and hold type trading. I don't think that I would even consider that a scalping or day trading indicator. Thank you, Jimmy Noyd, for that donation. Greatly appreciate you. Hennessy, I haven't changed them. Whatever they're on standard, that's what they're on. I don't think I've ever changed my candles. Maybe back in the day I have. I know my scans are on mark, but my candles are just standard, whatever they are. They're on standard and last. That's the way it comes, though, when you select it. Hennessy, ever traded off the line indicator and no candles? I'm talking about this one here. Let me see if I can find it. That's the line indicator that's in ThinkorSwim. You have to just picture the HMA not being here, but that would be the line indicator. It's 8:04. I'm going to take a 10-minute break. I shall return. Okay, I'm back. CRBP holding. Para holding. Need to put that one in my watch list. Keep an eye on it. PARA. PFE, not so good. PLTR, don't like that one. REVB. See what it did yesterday. I don't think it did much. Oh, not my kind. Yeah, I was watching CNXA. It's right here. Too cheap for me. I don't like these penny ones. I don't like getting stuck in a hold for 10 cents. We've got about 15 minutes to go before we change over the stocks. We'll stick with the pre-market riser scan to see if anything gets pumped up before the bell. SPY slightly bumping upwards, but that don't mean anything. It can slightly bump downwards too. Down at a resistance level, RVSN. Trying to decide which one I want to watch it open. Maybe something will pop up here in a minute. Something will shine, like CNXA. Too bad it's a cheaper one. Yeah, I've got it on another chart. think I'm going to watch them for range plays. I'm marking out my pre-market high or low, but only from the time that our market opened, not back here. If they break out above the high or the low, I'll know which direction to play them. So if we bounce off the low here, come back around and retest, I know we're going up to possibly the high. Same thing on this one. We can bounce off the low and go back up to the high. That would be nice. And Nexi. That's our range in Nexi right there. CRBP, that's the high and the low of pre-market. I don't think I'm going to play para. I'll mark it out though. Let's see where we are. 6 o'clock is here, so we're going to be kind of in this zone right here. So that would be para. If we break through and the high becomes resistance and comes down, it'll be a short. If it breaks through the high, comes back and retests it to go higher, it'll be a long. Down here, if it breaks through, you may be able to get the retest of 1533 on a resistance, and further down, could bounce off the low and back up to the high. There's several plays there. Now, which one is the question? So if you don't understand what I did with my support and resistance levels, I'll explain it to you. I go back to a 5-minute. First, I started by saving the stocks that were moving this morning in pre-market. The ones that I'm interested in, I go to a 5-minute chart, and I mark the high and the low of pre-market from the time our market opened, not from before our market opened. So, for example, let me put it on one. There's one right here. So from 6 o'clock here to here, that would be the high or the low. And I'll watch it at market open. If it breaks up from the low, it could run up to the high. It could resist at the high and break back down to the low. It could break through the high, retest, and shoot up higher. These are the different scenarios that I have. It could break through the low, retest the low, and go down lower. It could break above the low, come back, retest the low, and run up to the high. I hope that makes sense to all of you, but that's the way I watch the market open. It's a strategy. I got to have a strategy. I have to have a game plan. Let's see if any of them happen. NYCB was moving earlier this morning. I haven't looked at it since then. Doesn't look like I want to get in it. I want to find something that's going to play my strategy, not something I've got to chase or wonder what it's going to do. If it can follow my game plan, I'm more interested. All right, I'm going to go ahead and change the scans over. We got about 2 minutes to go. Let's do the 50-minute up here. I'm going to just put all stocks down here. I'm going to leave both alerts running. This one's going to trigger faster than the other one. So if you're new here, we'll be watching this column and this column and this column. I know it's a lot to look for, but if you want to just watch this one would be sufficient as well. I'm testing these two right here. You don't have to follow along. You can watch the volume spike indicator, or you can watch your Momo, and good luck to you. Let's see where we go. Let's see if Nexi resists 1995, or does it break through? Hey, flip through them real quick and see where we are. That one's not doing much. GHSI. That one may break through the low. Nexi. CRBP. Para. So this one could retest the low. Broke through the low. Now, if we retest 1533 as resistance, we could go lower. So I don't need to watch that one right now. I'm not interested in going lower. RVSN. Still in the middle, floating around. GHSI. Maybe a bounce off the bottom at 881. Let's zoom in a little tighter. Uh-oh, what happened? Let's go back to auto, get out of this real quick. A little bit too much. So this one did break off the bottom. Possibility could go to 1166, but we do have some resistance levels in here. Keep in mind we have this one, we have this one, we have this one. So GHSI. Zoom in a little bit. Nexi is resisting 1996. CRBP still stuck in the middle. Para dropped down below. Remember that. So if I'm playing the upward direction, I don't have a play yet. I'm not going to play a stock that's floating between its pre-market high and low. It's going to sit here and bounce around for hours. That's my experience. Mara, I don't think I marked Mara. Kind of stuck in the middle as well. PARA. There is a chance this could go break through 1533 and then run up to 16. Looking at Tiva up here. Nexi. MINM. So this was our pre-market low right in there. Our pre-market high would be right up here. This one I'm going to remove for now. That's what you're working with. So these are all the stocks that are moving up right here in this column. That's the reason I did that. I wanted to know all of them, not scatter them down the list. So we're probably going to run into resistance at 358, 355, somewhere around there. So if you never marked out your pre-market high and the low from the time our market started, not the previous market, it's a good way to play stocks if you've never done that. I really love the ones that break through pre-market high, retest, and run up $3 or $4. So right here, RVSN breaks through pre-market low. That's probably a halt as well. That's a pretty big candle. Maybe not, though. Might be a good opportunity to play a bounce up. Yeah, looks like we did halt. So boom, on that one, all of a sudden gone. That one's pulling back. Era did break down below it at open. Then bounced back up from 1510, around 1510 to 1560. NKLA took off, hit pre-market high. Yeah, I can't watch them all. You guys play what you see. Want to be up here where the money is. That's where I want to play. That one's still in the middle. That one took a devastating hit. Para came down and retested the 1533 area. Could go up. Could be a possible play for about 80 cents, 70 cents here. Unless it consolidates down on 1533. Let me zoom in here so you can see what I'm looking at. We do have some green bars. We do have a good solid base here. Possible run up to 16 or 1580, possibly. May stop in this area. That looks like a brick wall to me. Over 1 million shares traded in that one candle. SPY is pulling backwards. I'm kind of liking Para here. If he can hold this level, volume flow is nice. Check it in a few minutes. It may go down and retest 1533 for the bounce up, so we'll check it in a minute. RBSN still in the hold. CRBP still floating around the middle. GHSI, it did bounce up. It could not get through pre-market high. I wasn't watching it. Could have been a really good play, but I turned my head. We could bounce off of 881 and possibly go up to 951. Let's see if we hold the low of pre-market. Looks like it's going to sell off. Do we have another low back here? Not that I see. Yeah, way back there. I think we're going to bounce up from here. $6 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's see if we get the bounce. They attempted it just then. Wasn't enough buyers to support it. We should bounce up from here. I don't know why we're not yet. Let's just see where you are at pre-market low. Let's see if we can find some buyers to come in. Still playing around support or low, pre-market low. Bought that little bounce for $48. Not making a lot of money this morning. I got to keep going here. SPY is pulling back pretty hard. Probably keeping everything down, everything in my watch list anyway, except for Mara. Mara's got a little bounce. DHSI still holding 881, probably 880. I'm probably just off a little. Yeah, you keep telling me that one, but I don't really like it. I'm too late on it for one. Not going to chase the highs. I'm still watching GHSI here. I think we're going to go back up. I really do. We're holding this low. Volume has dropped off quite a bit, though. That's the only problem with this one. Started out strong, ended up weak. Nexi's volume has died off as well, so be careful if you play it. GHSI is trying to get up there to 951. Under low volume conditions, looks like more buyers come on board now. So I was right. It did go up to 951. Unfortunately, I went and looked at another stock. I should have kept my eye on it. Maybe we'll break through the 951 and go up to 1023. Let's see what happens. Ice cream bars and Dominator Master. Looking pretty strong here if the volume can stay up. So this is from like 881. If you were watching it, you probably, if you bought in, you're probably at $9, somewhere around there. It did run up to 960 about. So it was playable off a pre-market low. I'm thinking we're going to go above 951. Hennessy, while you're waiting, I'm making money over here. All right, I'm gonna pull out right here for 40 cents. If I get 40 cents. Well, I got 38. That's 380. That's not bad, and I got 50 earlier. Getting there. So if you're playing GHSI, it's not over. It may come back down and retest 881 and go back up. It could play the zone. That's pretty good profit in there. It's like 70 cents. So keep your eye on it for returning back down to the low of pre-market. Could call Hennessy on MINM. You have to trust the levels, bullover bears. You got to learn support and resistance, watch the stocks bounce between them, and start trusting them. Good job, Sleek Designer. Amen, Sleek Designer. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Let's see if that was a pullback for Hennessy. It did pull back, but it didn't break through. Got to be careful here. This is a test of strength. It's going against the odds if you're watching that other indicator, Hennessy. I hear you. I haven't taken it off the screen. That's where my eyes are going before I push that button on the mouse. It's above the center line, so that's good. That's why it's still traveling. There's strength up there above the center line. Good job, Rich. So far, GHSI is following what I was talking about, marking out the pre-market lows and highs. Will we make it back up to the high? I don't know, but we made it from 881 all the way up to probably 981, 991. That's $1. Good job, the boy. So if you're not playing these pre-market high and lows, maybe you should start taking a look at them. Good job, Rich. There we go. GHSI now at 1023 from 881. That's a $1.40. Now we need to break through 1023, come back down and retest it for the entry. I'm already out. When I get out, they fly. Keep that in mind. But I got mine. I walked myself right through the trade. It's not me. It's just prior knowledge. It's common sense to me. It's nothing special. They've been playing support and resistance levels for years. It's just that people give up on them, or they don't know how to read candles, or they're not watching volume, or they're not watching buyers and sellers, and those things are key. That's why I say come here every day. It'll soak in and you'll see I'm not doing anything special, just following the plan, following the common rules. I have to say I'm creating indicators, but I'm not creating what you need to know. What you need to know is already there. The indicators are just trying to point it out to you, if that makes any sense. It could, surely. It could. It could bounce off of 951 and back up to 1023. You just have to watch it. Well, we may not be at a back end yet. We could break through 1023 and hit a new high. I always stick with the bodies. The wick is where it wanted to go. The body is where it actually closed or opened. I never mark out wicks. Retesting 1023 again. Are we going to get a new high? Or are we going to go up past it, come back down, retest 1023? And that level's probably more like 1025. I may not have hit it perfect. I could have been more accurate, but I just know these are the areas. Shirley, I thought you were talking to me earlier. I didn't even look at the price you quoted. You were probably looking at a different stock. That's right, BB. Kind of like running a race. Well, I should have been up there and I would have won, but I was actually back here. So Nexi broke through pre-market low. Allie, it should be over in TOS scans. Volatile is not bad if you know where it's going. Look where we are. You heard me say that earlier today. Said it back here where it pulled down. I said it could go back to 1023. Did I get lucky? Maybe. I don't know. That was my strategy before market open. Looks like one of the stocks or two disappeared out of my personal watch list. I don't know how that's happening, but it's happening too regularly. I can't even tell you what's missing now. I went from 6 stocks to 4 without deleting them. Like they take them away from me before they make them go up. All right, Mara was one of them that was deleted. I just remembered that one. Don't remember the other one. Good job, Hennessy. We both called one out this morning. It must be a miracle in the making. I don't believe I was clicking the ticker. I mean, the symbol itself. I usually click up there where I have volume spike in it. That's where I usually click. But I could be. I'm going to have to start watching where I'm clicking and see if that's it. So thank you for that info. Yeah, RVSN is dead. They even quit buying it, quit trading it. Down to minimal now. Those who think it's going to bounce. Looking for the next one this time of day is next to impossible. CRBP down at the bottom as well. Low volume. Mara trending down. Nexi down there at the bottom. GHSI looks like no more interest in it. Kind of consolidating in the middle between pre-market high and low. Well, we have to wait for them to develop their self. We can't just create one. I mean, GHSI is trying to go back up at this point. I'm not going to play it right here, though. I do see indications that it may go up. I don't think I'm interested, though. I don't need a fake out. I just got some profit. Yes, you did, Hennessy. Good job, brother. You called one off the top. I called one off the bottom. We had both areas covered. All right, getting close to my time expiring. If you haven't joined my YouTube channel, we'd love to have you on board. There's the link to YouTube. Subscribe, comment on the videos, like the videos. Let YouTube know I'm doing a good job over here. It also lets me know I'm doing a good job. Come and learn with us. We'd love to have you on board. Even if you're experienced, you're going to learn something over here, I promise you. You haven't seen some of these things, because I know, because I wrote them. Everybody trades different. Maybe somebody knows something you don't know, no matter how good you are. Join my Discord. There's probably 3,600 investors over there sharing information. Not all of them are sharing, but we'll get there. You'll find all these indicators over in TOS scripts. You'll find this setup over in mine's blank current setup. You'll find some older scripts over there as well. You'll find all the scans and TOS scans. You'll find help in the how-to videos. If you can't find your help there, you'll find a support channel. Hope you enjoyed what you saw this morning. I'll be live again tomorrow, as well as everybody else. Come and join us. And don't forget, we're all donations. If you want to pay it forward, there's a $sign down there where you type in the chat. If you want to pay it forward, you name the amount. Any amount helps. $1 helps. Or if you want to just donate over on Discord, I have Patreon set up. You name the price over there, anywhere from $5 to $30 a month. All the money's going back to the company. Everything I've spent keeping these live streams going, paying for a little bit of my coding time. Actually, many, many hours of coding time, but I'm not expecting that to be covered. So come have some fun, make some money, drink some coffee. It's a little comical every now and then, but that's good. Keeps a little bit of spirit there. Thank you guys very much. You know, without you, I would be nothing, right? If you don't have followers, you can't be a leader. And if I wasn't a follower, then I wouldn't have a leader. Thanks to the man upstairs, I have a shepherd. I'm just a sheep. Good job, country stacker. So if nobody told you they loved you today, this brother does. So come back tomorrow. Let's have some fun. Got about 3 minutes to go before I sign out. Looks like it's over for GHSI. I'll probably move on. I'll probably quit trading the rest of the day. I do have a few things I need to do. I always let you know, but I don't want to give it to you halfway working. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Nothing's happening. I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you. Be safe in your trading. Goodbye.